So I'm looking at my phone and I'm getting out my car and I'm dancing, right? Because I just read some news on my phone. You want to know what I saw on my phone? Check out what I saw on my phone.
Breaking news: a stunning reversal by Wayne County prosecutor. She had charged a 10-year-old boy with aggravated assault after he hit a fellow student in the head during a play game of dodgeball. Well, now, after public pressure, the charges have been dropped. But this may not be over. We were first to push this story on your phone. We want to go live now to 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner, who's live in Southfield, where the mother and her attorney just discussed the case. Jim.
Yeah, Alicia, the mom and the attorney say it was because of media attention here in Metro Detroit. We were the first station to report this, then it turned into national pressure on Kim Worthy's office, a Wayne County prosecutor.
So this is the woman that decided to charge. I'm assuming she's the woman that decided to charge her because she is the Wayne County prosecutor for the juvenile justice system. And her chief is Robert Henbach. I guess that's how you say that. But her name is Kim L. Worthy. Her phone number is 313-224-5777. I wonder if you would want to, I'm just giving you the number in case you want to call her and maybe like ask her why she would do something so crazy. I don't know if you have time to do something like that, but maybe you might, I just enclosed it in case you might want to, just give her a call and just ask her, like, why would she do this? I'm confused. Maybe she has answers that we don't know about. Maybe there's more to the case. But we can ask her, right?
And they're calling for that pressure to continue. Well, let me tell you the background on this case. It was back in April at an elementary school over in Canton where the kids were out on a recess on the playground playing a modified version of dodgeball. 10-year-old Bryce threw a ball. It hit another 10-year-old friend of his who he's known for a year and a half in the head. That second child did end up with a concussion. It turns out he had underlying health issues. Now, the mom found out just last week that her 10-year-old son was charged. She was devastated. He was set to be in court tomorrow.
And I just couldn't believe that any person would think that that is okay to criminalize a child. We live in a predominantly white area.
Take a look at this baby that was supposed to appear tomorrow for a criminal proceeding, a pretrial conference on an aggravated assault charge. This is essentially a straight A student who had never done anything wrong and was charged with a criminal offense.
Now, the stunning reversal on this case came out in the statement we got earlier this morning from the office of Kim Worthy. She is saying in this statement that I will never try our cases in the court of public opinion or outcry. Petition drives, protests, so-called pressure certainly have a place in our democracy where impact is done in a case and in decisions. But this attorney and this mom want people to continue to call that office because they say how many other kids may end up in the same boat with what they call a miscarriage of justice. They also are exploring their legal options. And this mom says she's going to enroll her son Bryce in a different school for this fall.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So I know I read some of y'all comments where y'all was like, oh, the phone's not working. It worked. It worked. And we got the right office. It definitely was Kim Worthy. We definitely got the right office. And did you hear that nonsense she was talking about? Oh, I will never let public opinion. Y'all keep an eye out on that sister. Don't even call her sister. Keep an eye out on that woman. Okay, because you already see what side she on, and it ain't our side. All right, so y'all keep an eye on her. But I want to say thank you to everybody who made phone calls, who donated to the whatchamacallit, and who just like really cared about this boy. We all came together and we made a difference, and I'm so happy to actually bring you guys some good news. All right, so now you dance at work. Have your coworkers asking you what's making you so happy. All right, have a good day, and God bless this sweet. Did y'all see him? Oh, he was so cute. I just wanted to he's so cute. Little Bryce, I am so happy for you. I am happy that you don't have to deal with this anymore. And I just want to drop some gems from Dr. Edwin Nichols when he talks about politicizing our children. Take a look.
Now, let me just share one more thing with you. It's very important to me. We have to politicize our children, and unfortunately, they have to be politicized as early as we can make it clear to them.
Now remember, Mom said that is a predominantly white school. Okay, number one. Number two, I also want you to remember that they said he is a straight A student. I'm gonna let Dr. Edwin Nichols talk.
So I get a phone call from a couple. They say our little boy is 8 years old in the 3rd grade, and he has from kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade, he has always been in the talented and gifted classes. But now they say he's too immature to be in the talented and gifted, and he's been removed. So the mother and father are both teachers. The mother is a 4th generation teacher, and the father is a 3rd generation teacher. These are Black people. Okay? They bring this little boy for psychotherapy. And I'm looking at the little boy. I don't see anything wrong with this child. He's a healthy, bright little boy, and he's smart as he can be. And I look at him and I say, oh, Lord, it's racism, and I've got to politicize him. So I said to him, who's the smartest little boy in your class? He said, I am. I said, when there's a question, you raise your hand. He said, yes, I do. And you keep raising, and she calls on everybody, but she doesn't call on you. And then finally, you just give out the answer. How did you know? Okay. Well, you see, in terms of the teacher and her politicizing, she is going to say that he is immature because he blurts out the answer. Now, she doesn't give you all the information about she didn't call on him. Because what has happened in the past, she calls on him because he's number one, the only one raises his hand. He gets the answer right. And now, think systemic institutional white racism. How are you going to get these white boys to incorporate into themselves that they are superior to Blacks when the one Black in the class is smarter than all of them? Mm-hmm. You can't permit this to happen, so you have to get rid of it. So the ground is immaturity. So I explained to him. I said, all the boys in your class are white, aren't they? He said, yeah. I said, but who's the smartest one? I am. I said, well, now, white people think they're smarter than Black people. Yeah, I said, that's right. I said, but who's smarter? I said, well, if you're smarter, how are they going to believe that they're smarter? He just broke out laughing. So I said, now, this is what we're going to play a game. I said, now, I'm going to get you back in the class. We're going to play a game with that teacher. He said, how? I said, well, when she gives a question, you write the answer on a piece of paper and turn it over. And let her call on everybody in the class. And finally, when somebody gets the right answer, you just hold your paper up. Don't say anything. Just hold it up and turn it around so everybody can see that you got the answer long before any other. All right. Now I have to protect him. So I went to the principal of the school and I said, I'm Dr. Nichols from the National Institute of Mental Health. I'm in charge of child and family mental health for the country. And someone in this school is jeopardizing the mental health of one of my patients. What is that all about? I said, they have removed him from the talented and gifted class. He's been in it for 3 years, and there's no reason why he shouldn't be in it. And I want to know, what are the credentials of the objects? You hear that? What are the credentials of the person who felt they were qualified to remove him? What are the credentials? Well, it was the teacher. I said, is she certified in this field? Well, no. Is she a psychologist? No. Is she a boarded psychologist? Is she licensed in the state of Maryland for making that kind of disposition?
Just do the objects. Go ahead on
that. Those are objects. Do you hear what I'm doing?
Yes.
This string of objects. This principal turned purple. Okay. I said, I see it as racist behavior. I want him put back in the class. And I want to inform you that his parents, if they don't get satisfaction, they've already contacted their lawyer. Said, now I want to. Now you see, that's another object because that means
another object. Absolutely.
Okay, so I said I need to talk to the teacher. I went to the classroom, and I said, "You are a racist, and you're using racist behavior to harm this little boy." She started to cry. I said, "Don't cry. Tears don't mean anything to me." Okay, so the object.
You're speaking to her like an object, and this is great. This is great.
Now that crying, it doesn't mean a thing to me.
Yes.
Okay? You are racist, and you're trying to cripple this young boy, and I'm not going to have it. He's coming back into this class, and I will be getting weekly reports when he comes for psychotherapy to find out if you are doing things that are inappropriate. I said, you're not qualified to make those decisions. Where are your credentials?
Wow.
Okay? Now, he was only 8 years old, and he had to be politicized that early in order to survive that racist teacher. Black boys are put out of class and out of school in great numbers, and when you look to see who the teachers are, they're white teachers in the 3rd grade.
Let's not forget that the little boy that Bryce knew for almost a year, his mom is a teacher in the school. Bryce's mother said in the Facebook post for the fundraiser that that child's mother is a teacher at the school. Okay? That's a problem. Do you want your child in a classroom with this person who would charge a 10-year-old child over a dodgeball game? Do you want your child in a classroom with this woman? We need to know who she is. She needs to not be teaching, especially teaching little Black children and little Black boys.